Arian had always been close to his grandmother. After spending years in the bustling city, he longed for the simplicity of life in Willow Creek, his grandmother's peaceful town. So, during his summer break, he decided to visit her, hoping to reconnect with nature and find some tranquility. It was a warm morning when Arian arrived at Willow Creek, a small picturesque town surrounded by lush green hills and dense forests. The air was fresh, carrying the scent of pine and blooming flowers. Standing on the porch of his grandmother's house, Arian took a deep breath, savoring the peaceful ambience. Suddenly, a distant sound disrupted the calm, a faint cry coming from near the riverbank. Curious and slightly concerned, Arian hurried to see what was happening. As he approached the river, he noticed a small crowd gathering, their faces filled with worry. Peering through the crowd, Arian saw the source of the commotion, a cat clinging to a fragile branch in the middle of the river. The cat was drenched, its fur plastered against its thin frame, shivering as it clung desperately to the branch. Its pitiful cries pierced the air, blending with the sound of the rushing water. The sight tugged at Arian's heart. "That poor cat," someone in the crowd murmured. "It's going to drown if we don't do something." "But the current is too strong," another voice replied, hesitant and fearful. Arian's mind raced. He couldn't stand by and watch the cat suffer. Without a second thought, he stepped forward, his voice firm. "I'll rescue it." The crowd turned to him, surprised by his boldness. His grandmother, who had followed him, grabbed his arm, her voice laced with worry. "Arian, no. The water is too dangerous." "I can't just watch, Grandma," Arian replied gently, freeing himself from her grip. "I have to help." Determined, Arian removed his jacket and shoes, preparing to dive into the icy water. The coldness of the river hit him instantly, but he pushed through, his eyes fixed on the terrified cat. The current was strong, each stroke of his arms feeling like a battle against the river's force. But Arian was relentless, his resolve unwavering. The crowd watched in tense silence, their hearts pounding as they hoped for a miracle. Finally, Arian reached the cat. With careful hands, he grasped it, feeling its tiny body trembling with fear. The cat clung to him, its claws digging into his shirt, seeking the safety it desperately needed. Turning back, Arian swam against the current, the weight of the cat adding to the challenge. His muscles burned, his breath labored, but the shore grew closer with each stroke. The crowd erupted in cheers as Arian neared the bank. Hands reached out to pull him from the water, wrapping him in a warm blanket. His grandmother's eyes were filled with tears, a mix of pride and relief. Arian gently handed the cat to a little girl who had been watching anxiously. She cradled the cat in her arms, her face lighting up with joy. "Thank you. Thank you so much," she cried, tears streaming down her face. The townspeople gathered around Arian, praising his courage and selflessness. Exhausted but fulfilled, Arian smiled, the warmth of the community's gratitude enveloping him. In that moment, he realized that sometimes, true peace comes not from tranquility, but from acts of kindness and bravery. ****